Welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. And today we've got the start of the 2027 postseason. This bracket right here is all that's in our way from history. And that history is 4 straight World Series titles. And based on my quick research, the last team to have done that is, of course, the Yankees. And they actually won 5 straight from 1949 to 1953. But them winning 5 straight was also the last time a team has won 4 straight, and that means 4 straight hasn't happened since 1953. But I know for those of you who watch regularly, it's been about a week. I hope all of you that celebrate had a good Christmas. But now we're back to our regularly scheduled White Sox March to October, and in addition to that, I also, hopefully starting pretty soon, I should be finally getting to some of my other videos that I've had planned for a while. So be on the lookout for those in the hopefully near future. But for now, we're gonna make sure our full focus is on this division series against the division rival Minnesota Twins. So let's first get things started with what I normally like to do, scouting out our opponents for the series real quick. But the Twins managed to go 10 games over 500 in a division that had us with all of our wins. They are only the 21st overall ranked team though. So like based on team talent, they're not even top half in the league, let alone a postseason caliber team. They do have some good power though, above average pitching, good speed. So let's take a quick look at what their team has to offer. And at a glance, I mean, the hitting doesn't look that bad actually. Like their catcher is a 70 overall rookie, but everybody else is at least a 78 overall or higher, which is solid. I will say though, it definitely looks like their team is more geared towards facing right-handed pitching. Even their righties for the most part are better against righties than they are against lefties. And we do have a lot of lefties in our rotation, but with how the CPU has ordered the rotation, it might be 2 righties off the bat, and there might not be anything I can do about that. And then quick scrolling through some of their season stats, nobody really went crazy, but they did have a couple of guys with solid 30 home run seasons like Royce Lewis. Edouard Julien also over 30 with an over 300 average. And then Carlos Correa was their other 30 plus home run guy. And their lineup doesn't look different in terms of who's playing against lefties. They just kind of changed the order. Pitching wise, they actually have a solid looking rotation. I mean, Pablo Lopez, I will never take him lightly. He can be sneaky tough to hit sometimes. Then you got John Means with an 84 hits per 9, kind of high for a starter. That could be difficult. Joe Ryan, not a great season for him, but he's still an 84. Bailey Ober, an 82 overall. So I don't know. I mean, nobody besides Pablo Lopez looks like difficult, but don't want to take him too lightly. The bullpen also, like, I don't know. I feel like with how good our bullpen has been for a while now, it kind of makes a bullpen like this seem not as good. But 70 overall in the bullpen is not bad at all. And they have an entire bullpen full of it. Only 1 lefty, but they also do have 91 overall Yohan Duran as their closer. And that's not going to be an easy one if we have to face him. Although he kind of got lit up this year, 4.56 ERA. And then real quick, looking at our roster, I can't remember if I had mentioned this last episode when I was going over the stats or if I kind of glossed over it, but Spencer Jones got the boot from the CPU. Lázaro Armenteros has managed to stay on our postseason roster. And then when it comes to the pitching, this is why I mentioned we do have a lot of lefties, but the CPU auto-ordered Grant Taylor as the number 2 guy, which I don't know, maybe I can override it. Maybe I can throw Schuster in that spot and it'll keep it there. The CPU loves to mess with this, and they love to get rid of a change you make to the rotation in the postseason, so I would not be surprised if they overrule this and make Grant Taylor start game 2. But I don't know, maybe they'll keep it since they're all the same overall. Also, Joe Barlow and Tyler Wells got to stay in the MLB, and thankfully it was Davy Garcia that got sent down, so our bullpen is looking, I would say, as good as it possibly could heading into the postseason. So with that all taken care of, let's get going. Let's hop into it. Bottom 7, we're down a run. We got to make a comeback. Pablo Lopez is still out there, and here we go, man. Here's the start to another postseason run. I should go back. I didn't even think about it until just now, but I should go back and see how long of a postseason winning streak we're on, because we didn't lose in the postseason last year. And obviously the year before, with winning the World Series, we at least won the last game of the postseason. So that's at least a 12-game postseason winning streak we're on, but possibly, maybe even probably more. Okay, and I couldn't help my curiosity, so I did have to go back and check real quick on what kind of a postseason winning streak we're on. And the last game we lost of postseason baseball was Game 2 of the 2025 ALDS. That was all the way back in year 2. So as long as my math is correct, sweeping our way through the postseason last year, that's 11 wins. And then sweeping the previous World Series would be 15. The previous ALCS would be 19. And then winning Game 4 and then Game 3 before it, that'd be a 21-game winning streak since losing Game 2 of the 2025 ALDS. And I can't say that I know what the actual real-life record is, but I would say I know for a fact that 21 wins in a row, that's a record. But anyway, let's get to looking at what's gone on in this game. We've got a Luis Robert home run, and that's our only run. Zach Gallen is continuing his postseason dominance, especially in the strikeout category. 12 strikeouts in 7 innings. But as of right now, he's in line for the loss, so we got to pick him up. And Pablo Lopez is still out there. He's got plenty of energy left, so we got to get to him. And man, if he keeps throwing pitches like that, we'll do it. Too early on the fastball up and in. Oh, and he did it. That one was slower. I slowed the bat down slightly, but then the pitch was slower. Oh, and then I did not miss that game. How is it going to tell me I missed that? I really think I was on it timing-wise. I must have just moved the PCI too far down. Oh, I was late, actually. I got to figure it out. I got to straighten it out because I should be hitting this guy like crazy right now. I really feel like I'm seeing every pitch. I can't, it's not translating into results yet. Come on, this is pretty late in the game. The sooner we can do something, the better. Hauk, is that something? I doubt I got enough of it with his power. Yeah, all right, well, honestly, with how that went, I almost hope they leave Pablo Lopez in. And let's see if I'm gonna leave Zach Gallen, and he does have plenty of energy, so yeah, I'm not taking him out. I know how he pitches in the postseason. Absolutely dominant last postseason. I don't think it was 3 complete game shutouts for him, but I know for sure it was 3 9-inning performances out of Zach Gallen in the last postseason, and he got like 50 strikeouts and 27 innings pitched. And that's going to get caught. Fletcher's there. 2-time Gold Glove Award winner is going to track that one down. Maybe even 3-time at this point. I don't know. I wait until the season's fully over to check on awards from the season. So I don't know. Zach Gallen could be your Cy Young Award winner. We could have an MVP that I don't know about, but that won't be known for sure until either the game pops up and tells me in one of these games, or we check after the postseason's over. Oh, and we got him. I went risky there. 3-2 knuckle curve, and he took it right on the edge. Perfect pitch. Oh, yeah, and there we go. That's 14 in 8 innings from Gallen. We got to make this comeback for him. Dude, they're chanting MVP for Shea Langeliers. Our 8-hitter. That's how good this team is. Oh, okay. Apparently I held up. I don't know about that, but I won't argue. Oh, and we got the call on the edge. All right, I'm lucky. There's the tying run on. He has decent speed for a catcher. Oh, and that's going to be it for Lopez. All right, then. Who are they going to go to? Who is this? Griffin Jacks? I don't think he's going to be the easiest to hit either. Yeah, 5-pitch mix, sinker, cutter, slurve, throws hard. Oh, and we work another walk on a borderline 3-2 call. I was down 0-2 and worked that back. Generous call, too, to end it. And this could be a really good matchup for Fletcher. If he puts one in the gap, 99 speed on first, that'll give us the lead. Oh, it's not the gap, but it's down the line. I don't know, though. I don't know if we send Lawler on this. No, we got to keep him at third. But that's a tie game. That's 2 runners in scoring position, and there's nobody out still. I think we may as well get Crochet warming up. That slurve has so much break to it, man. Oh, and then I chased the circle change. That's not good. You got to put the ball in play in that spot. Fly ball scores him. I know the infield was in, but that's 99 speed. A ground ball could have scored him. And Vlad, okay. If that lasted even more than one pitch, I was going to talk about how surprised I was that they weren't intentionally walking him. And he proved why before I even got those words out. Vlad's back in the postseason, and this is what he does. 3-run shot in the 8th to give us the lead. I mean, he might just be the most clutch home run hitter we have. I don't even know why I said might. He has to be. There's nobody else who's hit more clutch home runs than this guy. Yeah, and that's going to get him to go to a new arm, because of course it will. That's 5 runs. Ooh, and Robert, I was late on a circle change. Oh, but Duran's going to keep the inning going with 2 outs. All right. I guess let's make it so we don't even need Crochet. I mean, I don't know. With a 3-run lead, I know it's a safe situation. I might not even bring in Crochet. I might extend the postseason dominance of Zach Gallen for 1 more inning. See what he can do. Well, yeah, I think that's going to make it even more likely that that's what I do, because Colson Montgomery's given us 2 more. I mean, what was that pitch? That was right down the middle, right? I'm not misremembering that. He just came in, threw a pitch right down the middle to Colson Montgomery and expected it to work. Sometimes I question whether or not this is actually what legend difficulty is supposed to be. And yeah, we don't need Crochet. We'll give Zach Gallen a chance for yet another postseason complete game. Think he's 1 strikeout away from a 15 strikeout outing. No, we're not going to get it there. Lawler's going to have to make a play. That took a nice play, actually. And a pop-up, that's going to be out number 2. Assuming Vlad gets there, the ump was almost boxing him out. Ooh, and okay, well, I guess I should have pitched a little bit more carefully. Julien kind of destroys righties, even if it is Zach Gallen. Oh, and we got Kirilloff chasing on 3-2. That's our 15 strikeouts. And dude, if this is how we're gonna play for another postseason, this isn't even gonna be an issue. All right, but there we go. We got game 1. Game 2, we have a 1-0 lead. We're starting all the way back in the 6th, though. I mean, that's fine and all, but the whole plan was, since this is a 5-game series, if I won game 2 and took a 2-0 lead, I was just gonna play game 3 and try and wrap up the series on a sweep in 1 episode. That still can be the plan, though. Maybe we get through this one quick. Looks like Jared Schuster's dominating like he did in the regular season. There is a good chance. I guess I wasn't paying full attention. Maybe you guys caught it and I didn't. Zach Gallen winning the Cy Young, if that popped up somewhere. But there's also a very good chance that if it didn't pop up for him, it might pop up telling us that Schuster won it, because Schuster had that kind of season. We've got a rainy day, though. Rainy day in Chicago in October. This is not a fun one for the fans, so let's try and put on a show. I do like that they rotate in the City Connects for the postseason, but I don't know, 1-0 game and 4 innings to play. I'm just gonna get right to it. We don't even need to look at what's gotten us here. We just need to dominate with Jared Schuster. Oh, that I know it didn't sound good, but that scared me for a quick second when the ball didn't pop up. And that should be another fly out to left. We got Hayes out there. It didn't even register to me on the first one, but that must mean they had a lefty starter. Oh, and another fly out, this time to right. So 3 lazy flyouts to get out of the 6th inning. Schuster's still rolling, and now we have a chance to extend our lead. And Nick Senzel's coming up to lead off our half of the 6th. He's 0 for 2 though with the strikeouts. So that 1 run hasn't come from him. Oh, and he hit him on an 0-2 count. Man, I thought when he got those 2 strikes, I thought he was coming right after Senzel, but apparently he was too scared to throw him a 3rd strike. Oh my God, and Austin Hayes to the absolute moon. He might hit it all the way into the kids zone. Duck, kids. Watch your heads. 458 feet. He's got like 50-something power. Dude, I don't know. This might be an absolute cakewalk of a win here. If we put up 6 runs in the 8th inning last game, and now we have even more chances to score in this one, this could get ugly fast. I mean, there's a reason we finished 37 games above the Twins in the regular season. Ooh, and Vlad, I rolled over on that a bit. Oh, but a bad throw. Come on, you can't give me even more help, game. And Robert's going to make him pay by immediately driving him in and then getting himself into scoring position. So that's 3 runs already. Another runner in scoring position, and we don't have an out yet. They're bringing in Luis Severino out of the bullpen. So yeah, we really got to John Means right away. He couldn't even get an out against me. I don't know, though. With how this game's going, we might not spend too much time actually on this game. I might just show the absolute minimum of things when they actually happen. And that is going to be a thing that happened. Houck might even beat that out. He will, and he's going to drive in Robert. And if that's any indication of how I'm treating this game, that was a 3-0 count, and I kind of chased on a pitch that I had no business swinging at. And then we still got an RBI base hit out of it. Oh, and that's going to be another thing. We're still going here in the 6th. Francisco Mejia just drove in 2 on a double. We might get to 20. Who knows? Oh my God, I didn't even mean to swing at that. That was supposed to be a check swing. Normally, I'd be frustrated when it's supposed to be a check swing and we make contact. I already forget if last game, that 8th inning, was a 6th run or a 7th run inning. But if it was 7, and then that was 7 in this inning, then our last 2 innings combined, we've scored 14 runs. Oh, and Hayes finally is going to end this inning, getting too far under it. But yeah, the game seems pretty much over already. Man, and Schuster's going to keep rolling. I think that's 10 strikeouts. Yep, 10 strikeouts for him, double digits. And there's another one. And, well, we don't strike out the side, but it's not like Buxton put up much more of a fight. The Twins as a whole, man, they are putting up no fight. The series might already be over. I mean, let's be honest. We already knew the series was over before it even started. But the Twins, they had to catch up to where we were at. But I think they're starting to realize. Oh, and they are going to get me down 1-2-3 here, though, in this inning. Can't say I'm really treating every at-bat with the same level of importance as I was earlier. So that might be why, but I don't know. I would say, based on my experience with how this team handles leads like this, I could probably play the rest of this game with, like, one hand and we'd be fine. All right, and there's another strikeout, adding to that total as much as we can. We're up to 12 now. I might not let Schuster go the entire rest of the game, though. He is a few more pitches deep than Gallen was by the time Gallen was finishing up. And his stamina rating isn't quite as high as Gallen, so that energy's a little lower anyway. But make use of the time you have. That's 13 now for Schuster. And another weak fly out to end it. So 8 scoreless from Schuster, 13 punch outs. Ooh, and that actually got me. I didn't get around on the heat. So 2 scoreless innings for me, but like I said, I was kind of just being aggressive. I was kind of just swinging the bat. And no, I did decide to take Schuster out. Maybe that's a little cruel. I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't want to ruin a good thing with him coming back out in the 9th with low energy. All right, and there we go. Tyler Wells is going to pick right up where Schuster left off, getting strikeouts on fastballs up and in. Grounder to Montgomery for out number 2. Oh, and of course, we have to give up a run. I don't know. We were in such a groove pitching that I didn't even think that was a thing that could happen. I think that was with 2 strikes also. All right, but that one should go ahead and lock up a Game 2 victory. We're 1 away from moving on to another ALCS. All right, well, I think we're just going to go ahead and try and end the series right now in Game 3. With how I was playing in those last 2 games, I have no doubt that we should be able to do it, as long as they don't load me into some impossible situation here. And nope, we're going to be up 2-0 this time, even easier. We do have the first team advancing to a championship series, though. The Cardinals have taken down the Phillies 3-0, and the Dodgers are in a battle with Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure they went up 2-0. And now Pittsburgh has worked their way back even. So the Dodgers are going to have to do something here if they want to pull this one out, if they want to keep this matchup of destiny alive. Oh, and I didn't even notice, but on the other side in the AL, the Angels have taken a 2-1 lead on the Yankees. So we might be seeing the Angels also instead of New York. I'd be all for that. All right, so let's do this, man. Let's take care of these pesky division rival Twins. We already have another double-digit strikeout performance. Eater's already struck out 10 through 5. Man, I don't know. With how we've been playing with this team the last couple of seasons, we may never win a series at home again. Because every series, if we have home field advantage, and if we get the series sweep, we're never going to play at home. Every series is going to end in either 3 or 4 games. And even if it does go 1 game longer, that's still a road game. We're never going to win a series at home again. That just hit me here, seeing this taking place in Minnesota. I don't know. We might have to like force that or something. That might be risky, but maybe at some point, whenever it might be that we're on like our last season, we might have to like intentionally make the World Series go to like 6 games or something just so we can win 1 more in front of the home crowd. All right, but let's see what Eater's got going. I will check on the game up to this point. First of all, it's Hayes with his 2nd homer of the series. Eater's got 10 strikeouts, 1 walk and 2 hits, no runs allowed. Their 2 hits were only singles. It's Joe Ryan on the mound for them. We've got 10-mile-per-hour winds out to right field. And, well, that might even be better than a strikeout. Eater getting a double play? No, he ran it out. Yeah, it was kind of a tough turn. Even though he didn't have great speed, he wasn't slow. Oh, but he's going to look at strike 3. Walker Jenkins is going back to the bench. I don't know how you sit there staring at a fastball pretty much right down the middle like that. And, oh, I thought Vlad was going to knock that down. I thought he was going to make a great play. I mean, we're only up 2 at this point, and they have 2 on. So, like, 1 hit to the gap, and that ties the game. We can't be too overconfident right now. Okay, there we go. Another strikeout looking on a fastball. Now let's go ahead and let's make this one lopsided again. I don't know. I almost feel like I have to like refocus because the last, I don't know, 3 innings worth basically of last game, I hardly even had to try. I was kind of just on autopilot. Montgomery's going to get us started right away. I guess that's only a base hit though. Now Houck, did he get that over his head? Oh yeah, he did. We're not going to score since we didn't know for sure, but immediately we're putting 2 in scoring position with nobody out. Oh, and they're not going to waste any time. They're going to take him out after those 2 hits. Oh, no. Oh my God, and that was a perfect pitch. The 2 pitches I missed before in the AB, those were ones I shouldn't have missed. Still got to get these runners to actually come across to score. We didn't do our job yet. Well, if that stays fair, we will have done our job. Yep, Jordan Lawler, that one got down fair. That's a 2 RBI double. Now it's lopsided. And Fletcher, ooh, that didn't get through. Wow, okay. And he got him at first. Not only is that an out, but that definitely saved a run. 99 speed was for sure scoring if that got through. I mean, I would say that's probably a pretty futile effort. I don't think that's going to matter too much in the end. Because Austin Hayes, yeah, he's just going to step up as the next batter and drive him in anyway. I feel like futile might be more like the British pronunciation of that. Do we just say futile here in the States? I don't know. That's what this game has me thinking at this point because it is so easy to beat up on these Twins right now. And Vlad, we're going to keep the inning going. Oh, come on, carry ball. Do it to him even more, Robert. No, it's not going to. I thought I got enough of it. I wanted to keep the hope alive for another 7-run inning. I think we'll be fine, though. I think we'll be fine without needing a 7-run inning. I think 5-0 is going to be plenty. We'll see how much longer Jake Eater can take us, and then we'll go from there. There we go. Sit down Correa on the grounder. Oh, and there's another strikeout. We got Buxton out in front of a change. And he almost got one there. Almost turned on that fastball, but not quite. We got 7 scoreless now for Eater. You know, I'm also seeing out on the scoreboard there in right center, Pittsburgh 13-9 over the Dodgers. I have a feeling that that's not like the next game they had to play, though, that wouldn't have been game 5. I have a feeling that was game 4 that we already saw the result of, that got it to a 2-2 series tie, and Montgomery expands on the lead even more. When I'm not even focused on hitting, I'm focused on the scores on the scoreboard that aren't even ours. And I guess then that would mean the same thing probably goes for that Angels-Yankees game too. That was probably already the game that we saw the results that got them to a 2-1 series. Oh, and yeah, okay. Shea Langoliers with maybe the hardest hit ball I've ever seen. 460 feet to straightaway center. That's another new hitter with a home run in this series. That's now all 3 games we've scored at least 7 runs. This might actually be the most dominant that this team has been. Everything clicking offensively. The pitching has been, I mean, I feel like the word dominant doesn't even do it justice. To think that we have already won 3 straight World Series and now might be the best we've played, that's scary. And there's another strikeout looking for Eater. That's 14 on the day. He is in the yellow energy though, so I'm going to try and get through this last out of the inning, and then he'll probably get taken out like Schuster did. And Vlad, yep, scooped that up to finish it off. An 8-inning, scoreless, 14 strikeout game for Jake Eater, and he just matched really what the other 2 did. What did Vlad do? Did Vlad get himself one more? Oh, no, nice play. Okay. And I don't think Robert got enough of that. No, so nothing in our top of the 9th. I don't know. 8-0. Are we going to be able to close it out? We're going to go to Joe Barlow to shut the door. Oh, and he's actually going to give up a leadoff base hit. Can we not? Can we just get this one over with? Oh my God, that's going to get through too. No, it's not. Flip it there. Get it there. Okay, I'll take one. Great play from Lawler. I mean, that's just what this team is made up of. We're putting our bodies on the line. Up 8. You don't need to do that. Nothing's really going to change if you let that through, but that's just how these White Sox play. Okay, well, I don't like this. Why is Joe Barlow come in and given up what should be 3 base hits in a row? If it wasn't for a miraculous diving play, it would have been 3 base hits in a row and probably a run. There we go. We finally got him down swinging. I had to keep that one in the zone because they've got a perfect eye against Barlow for some reason. Just 1 to go. That's all we need. And that's 2 strikes. Can we get Buxton swinging to end it? Slider? No, because they've got a perfect eye against Barlow. There we go, way out in front, and we're heading back to a 4th straight ALCS. Like I said, that might be the most dominant I've ever been with this team. I don't perfectly remember every single series we've played, but it would be difficult to find a series where I've been more dominant than that. All right, well, now all that's left is seeing who our opponents are going to be. I'd rather see the Angels. I don't want to see the Yankees again. Let's get us a new opponent here. Did the Angels do it? They didn't. Of course they didn't. Yankees came back down 2-1. I don't know. I guess I don't have a perfect memory of our path to the World Series every year, but we've definitely faced the Yankees before. I know the last 2 seasons in a row it was against the Rangers in the ALCS. I can't remember about year 1 if there was the Yankees, but I feel like we've also faced the Yankees in the division series, so we've seen enough of the Yankees. I wanted to see a new team. Based on that little preview though, this is another very lopsided matchup. So let's see what game 1 is. We have a 2-1 lead to start out with. The Dodgers did pull it out against the Pirates, but the Cardinals have taken a 2-0 series lead against them. I want to see the Dodgers make it, man. But anyways, guys, that does it for this one. Probably a longer one with us having to play the entire series. Next series, we'll break it down into multiple episodes. But for now, make sure you've left a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.